AirPods Max, they sound great, they look great, but there's a problem. They're not loved. They've always been a niche product, but why is that? Is it time for RIP AirPods Max? That is what we're going to find out. AirPods Max have been with us for very nearly a decade at this point, believe it or not. December of 2015 is when they first launched, and since then, they've barely changed. And there's no real need to change a winning formula. They really do sound great. They deliver on their promise. But things have moved on an awful lot in that time. AirPods and headphones have become almost like mini computers on our head in that last 8 to 10 years. And AirPods Max at the moment are left behind. When all the dust had settled and I began going through the detail of WWDC, I realized that AirPods Max have kind of been forgotten about. All they're going to get is better auto switching and the ability to mute calls via the digital crown. That's it. All of the other great things that Apple mentioned for AirPods and the AirPods range were only coming to AirPods Pro 2. And that is because AirPods Max are being left behind because of one thing. They are still running the H1 chip, and that is the first thing that needs to change. When AirPods Max were released, they were seen as groundbreaking, as cutting edge, and they really were. That H1 chip was ever so exciting. We had active noise cancelling, transparency mode, personalized spatial audio, and head tracking. They were something fresh and exciting. But as I say, in that time, headphones have moved on, and sadly, AirPods Max haven't carried on with them, which makes me believe there's only two ways that Apple can go. Either A, they're going to kill them off altogether, or B, we're going to get a revamped model of them later this year. At £550, these headphones are expensive. They always have been, and they still are expensive now. But it wouldn't take much to kind of justify their cost. Right now, people are just starting to wear them out in the public. For the longest while, people were scared to be seeing them because people knew that by seeing them on your head, you had 550 quid to waste on a pair of headphones, and they were very easy to nick. But gradually, somehow the environment's changed, the climate's changed, and I'm seeing more and more of them being worn. I was in London at the weekend and I saw at least 4 or 5 pairs being worn, which is great. This is the time that Apple needs to capitalize on bringing a few features to them just to make AirPods Max great once again. And as I said, it really won't take a lot. And if you're enjoying these videos and the honest approach and this chat that I'm trying to come out with every week and just have an informal conversation with you, to start a conversation with you and get your thoughts, then you know what I'm going to say. I really do need that sub. It's tough, and the more subs I get, the more I can help to get this channel to grow and buy more products, review on the channel. I want to be here for you every week, bringing you these reviews and just chatting with you. And don't forget, I'm live streaming every week at the moment as well. On a Wednesday at 3:30 British summertime, you'll find me live streaming. So if you want to join in there, I'd love to catch you there as well. But guys, all I'm saying is if you're enjoying these videos, that sub that you hear everybody talking about really does make a difference. Apple are really big, not only on our health, but on our audio health, our ear health as well. Personalized audio is a very good example of that. When that comes later this year in iOS 17, through AI, it's going to learn and listen to your environment, and it's going to attenuate what you're listening to, which I know sounds really boring if you're young, but over the years, you'll be really grateful that Apple are taking care of your hearing. Anything you can do to protect your ears, almost that invisible bit you don't see inside, is going to be better for you in the long run. Apple are doing their bit, but as I say, these features at the moment don't come on their premium headphones. The list of things they need to do to make AirPods Max great once again really isn't all that long. There are two that are obvious. The H2 chip we know about, and USB-C charging is coming as well. After that, well, as I say, it's actually quite a short list. Possibly lossless audio. If there's a way that they can bring lossless audio to Bluetooth headphones, that'd be fantastic. They could do with losing a little bit of weight, possibly. They do become a little bit heavy on those bars over the top after a protracted period of wearing them. I don't mind the design, but maybe if they could just lose a pound or two, that wouldn't be a bad thing. And also, they need to do something about this knocking sound. When you take them out of the case, that knocking sound does not sound very premium at all, does it? And if we can get maybe just a little bit more battery life, I think that's kind of all we need to make AirPods Max great once again. They are always going to be expensive headphones. That is a given. Compared to Bose, compared to Sony, they are expensive. But I don't think people will mind spending the money if they know they're getting all of the features and they can actually claim to be Max once again. They sound great. They deserve to be loved. They deserve to be used, and Apple should keep them in their range. I just hope they carry out these few little things that have been niggles over the course of a few years now to make these AirPods Max truly, truly wonderful once again. I really hope that Apple do give these the love and attention they require. They don't need a lot, that's the thing. They're virtually there. People are ready to want to wear them and to love them. They just need those few tweaks to make sure that they match up to their name of being Max once again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you agree with me that these are too good a pair of headphones to be let die, and that Apple just give them that little bit of love that they need just to see them through into the future. They are too good to be pushed to one side. I'm going to leave a couple more videos for you to watch as well about AirPods Pro and AirPods Max. I just thought it seemed fitting to round off that way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.